G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of the FC24 Chelsea career mode. Up against Brentford in game. Of course, this weekend we did verse them and we lost in a very embarrassing fashion. And first order of business, I want to apologise for not getting out this video on time. As you know, this is a realistic career mode where we play in real time as the season in real life unfolds. And I try and get these episodes out either just before or just after the game happens. And this one's coming out a little bit late. And it's just because I had a cooked weekend with work and stuff. But then also, we lost. And it just had me in such a miserable state. I was down in the dumps and I was not happy at all. Some of you may have got that sense from, my little instant match reactions I do straight away as full-time hits. And the biggest lesson that we took away from that game is we just lack cutting edge in the final third. And I think we are one elite striker away from being a top level side. And the first thing that I want to talk about in this episode is, of course, who we can possibly buy to make that final jigsaw piece come in and make this whole operation work seamlessly. And if we go into the transfer hub here, obviously, there's been two transfer targets that have been circulating in the rumour mill. And of course, Victor Osimhen is a high likelihood target that we may pursue either in January or next season. He's of course from Napoli and has had some falling out with them recently with some recent TikTok and social media controversy. So he may be on the exit trajectory, I don't know. But he is one of the better strikers currently in the world. So that makes him a potential option that we might splash the cash for him. But my personal opinion of him is, yes, he's good, but he's good in the Serie A, the Italian league. And I just don't know if his skills would directly translate to the Premier League. How many strikers have we seen come to the Chelsea Football Club and just not be able to, deliver the same high quality that they have, or that they did at their previous clubs? You think of players like Timo Werner recently, Romelu Lukaku, and then players historically like Samuel Eto'o, Fernando Torres. So many great players, and no one has been able to deliver in the number 9 position since Diego Costa and before him Didier Drogba. Victor Osimhen is of course an option that we may pursue in game if we do sign him in January in real life. But the other option that I've seen talked about is of course Ivan Toney from Brentford. And he is an option that I've seen talked about because he will be returning from that in real life suspension because of his gambling problems, let's say. And I think, yes, again, he has Premier League experience. He was the third best striker last season behind Harry Kane and Erling Haaland. And that puts him in good stead. That is really good for his reputation because he played really well in a decent Brentford side. So that is someone that I've seen that has been talked about online in social media posts. So those are the two options that we might see get picked up either in January or next season to sort of replace Jackson. Because whilst I think he's a good target man and he's also got pace, I just don't think he's the finished article yet. And like I said, I think this team has enough talent at its disposal with the likes of Mudryk, Madueke, Sterling, and obviously Cole Palmer, who's come into really good form recently. I think if we can get a really solid number 9 option up top who can consistently get a goal a game or, do anything close to what Erling Haaland's doing, then, I think we'd be in great form going into the future. But as of right now, because Jackson isn't firing and Kunku is still out injured, we just don't have anyone who can bang in the goals. And, we all know the, struggles that Mykhailo Mudryk has had, and Raheem Sterling. He's as inconsistent as ever, which is severely disappointing. So with that all being said, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think our solution is to fixing our team in this current moment? because I think the tactics that we employ and Pochettino, I think it's all working. Like, I think it's all going in the right direction. I'm willing to put my trust in the man, but results is what matters. And I don't care how much possession we have. I don't care how easy on the eye we are. I don't care if we're got one of the least goals conceded in the Premier League so far this season. We're losing to teams like Brentford, to Nottingham Forest, and getting your results against Arsenal where we should be winning and we're not. So it's very disappointing. It's severely frustrating. And as of right now, I hate being a mid-table side where the results are so inconsistent and up and down. Speaking of mid-table, that's where we are in game, sitting in eighth spot with 15 points. Brentford just ahead with 16, which makes this a must-win game. This is their probable lineup, and they are in some patchy form, but Brentford, they've got some decent players. I'm not going to say too much about it because I think it's self-explanatory. I think Brentford are a really solid team that don't get enough respect. And, they are able to be tactically flexible. I think Thomas Frank is doing an excellent job with the resources and squad that he's got at his disposal. And then he's a great example of being able to train his players to not only get them to play as a team really well, but also improve individuals as well. So credit where credit is due. I think Thomas Frank and Brentford are definitely one of the better teams in the Premier League. But in saying that, we spent £1 billion on a new squad. And if you look at the individuals in our team compared to the individuals in Brentford, we have way more talent at our disposal. It's just about making us gel as a team. And if we can do that, then the sky's the limit. Now, I've made some rotations to our starting 11. Cole Palmer is going to come in for Nkunku. He isn't quite transformed into the cam role as his main position. He does have it as an option, but it's not his main one. The training is still clocking over for that. And then I've put Conor Gallagher into that box-to-box role, and I want to talk about him in this game coming up because he's definitely been a topic of conversation amongst us Chelsea fans. And the rest is pretty stock standard, so let's get into this game and hopefully get a better result at home than we did in real life. Now, I mentioned a little bit last episode, but I'm just severely disappointed that EA Sports and FC24 have replaced the pre-match broadcast, build-up and anticipation and hype. They've just removed it for this stuff, like this sort of, out of context, random highlights package, and then you get into the game. I don't know, I don't get hyped from it at all. The commentary is bland as shit, and I don't like it. I think the stuff that we had before, yes, it was realistic, and that's a key aspect of a career mode, enjoyment. So SC24, if they can bring it back, I would much prefer that over whatever we've got now. But, of course, we might actually get a run in behind here with James. Jackson did not make a good run then, and he makes a terrible first touch. I tried to tap it onto Raheem Sterling, and unfortunately, Jackson has screwed the pooch for us there, and that should have been a handball. But the game has not picked it up for us there. And Chilwell loses the ball. So yes, as I was saying, Conor Gallagher, topic of much conversation. And the reason that is because I feel like he's in the team out of circumstance. He's also the captain, which is quite bizarre. Obviously, Reece James and Chilwell are out injured, and Thiago Silva, I don't think he really wants the captain responsibility. And he's a leader without having to wear the armband. So that I'm not too fussed about. But the fact that... another bad touch by Jackson. The fact that Conor Gallagher is sort of our main man in the centre of midfield and has been for so long is surprising. I definitely did not expect... I can't finish a sentence here because Brentford have just pulled off a goal out of nowhere here. They've had the momentum, and Mopai, who can't seem to find a goal for the life of him in real life, has come up clutch for the Bees here. Good touch, good strike on the volley, and Sanchez is not able to stop it. And things just continue to go from bad to worse here. All right, I'm going to quickly finish this thought on Conor Gallagher because I need to start concentrating. I think he's been performing very well in real life. But when I say really well, I think he's already really found his ceiling because he's the type of player that has no sex appeal. That's how I would describe Conor Gallagher. He's one of those versatile players that can play deep, can play up forward. He's a box-to-box player, but he has no flair. He has no, exquisite first touch or, great passing ability that really makes him stand out to other midfielders, like Enzo or, like Moises Caicedo, who can, basically land a tackle and get the ball back and put us on the counter. He's just a machine, basically. He just runs and runs and runs and is really fit and, does all the hard work that you need in a team that is high pressing, that, does put in a lot of energy. But at the same time, I just feel like he's in the team because Nkunku isn't. You know what I mean? And as soon as we get Nkunku back, I think he'll be the first player out of the team sheet because Enzo is definitely better than him and is a pivotal player. And Caicedo, we spent all that money on to be a CDM. We can't replace him with Conor Gallagher. So I think it'll be disappointing to see him leave the team because I feel like he is Chelsea through and through and he is an important player for us. And I think he will be helpful coming off the bench. But I don't know. I just don't see him as a long-term option for us as a team. And I'm giving him a go in game here, and hopefully he can cook up something for us here. But as you can see, Brentford have got the first goal here, and just like they will in real life, they will now sit a lot deeper, and it's going to be up to us to force a result.
Oh, good-looking run. Sends it back. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack. James. Madueke. And Sterling has it. Oh,
No, come on, we've lost it again in the middle. Oh, Disasi misses the tackle.
promising sequence.
Chilwell also misses the tackle. He's been not performing very well in recent weeks in career mode.
Just 1 minute of stoppage time, say the officials. Sterling. Well, it did look promising. Can't miss.
Just gets pinched off him so easily. And just like that, we go into the halftime break not having a shot on goal. Severely underwhelming first half from me here. And going into the second half, I'm going to have to put my try-hard pennies on because I am not losing this game.
The stop to the chance. Jackson on the ball. Well, the back pages and social media chock full of transfer rumours, but there does appear to be something behind this.
No! Oh, I thought he was onside. The referee delayed the whistle, so I thought we were going in. Oh, he's just off. God damn it.
We'll have to wait and see.
Wilting under the pressure, and now they try to go forward. Being egged on by the crowd.
No! Intercepted. I hate when players stand still. Come on, Palmer. You need to be getting into a position. I'm definitely going to have to bring on Nkunku soon. Palmer has unfortunately not done anything productive for us.
And a lot of options here. Had to wait for the support to arrive. Who can he pick out?
And we could see a corner. I'm going to make that double change now, I think. I'm going to bring on Enzo Fernandez into the center of the park, and Cole Palmer is going to come off, and Nkunku is hopefully going to come to the rescue.
Having won the corner, and maybe an opportunity to increase their advantage. Trying to pick out a teammate.
Sanchez with good, strong hands.
In not easy
Can we get it up to... Who's that? Sterling. Definitely not the right person to pass to there.
Don't forget about the fourth round of the Carabao Cup live coverage here on EA TV. It's Chelsea.
No!
Well, we're down to the last 16 now.
Alright, I think I know what my next 3 changes are going to be. The timing of them will be critical. And thankfully that ball goes out.
Sterling. Here's Chilwell. Jackson on the ball. Well, not quite what he wanted.
Come on. Move it, but quick, let's go. Ah, stupid game. If you're going to do the animation to get it off quick, let's fucking do it quick.
Well, standing off them here. Are they being too passive? Chilwell. He has time to play it over. It's neat passing.
Oh, come on.
And it was a good
Oh, I'm going to get caught out on the counter-attack here. Thiago Silva's definitely not going to have the pace to deal with Mbumo over the right side.
Brentford.
Hopefully he cuts in. He does. And the tackle isn't landed. And I can't select the right player.
Can he finish?
And Sanchez is forced to make a save. And I'm going to make that triple sub now. Brozier comes on. Mudryk comes on. And Cucurella is also going to come on for Ben Chilwell. And I've upped the tactics and the intensity to be a little bit more constant with the pressure. I was trying to find another way of saying that, but let's just call it how it is. And we're going to be defending further up the field as well, hopefully trying to steal back possession as quickly as possible. But it's not looking good for us as of right now.
Just can't get it past him.
Kunku's the one forcing to do the cleanup. Brozier's got it. Can he get Mudryk in? It's not a great pass.
And unable to
Oh, and Janalet is just done him absolutely. Oh,
Henry.
oh,
Pinnock.
come on.
No, high quality defending. Rather than
Might be able to get Casado in.
Chelsea.
We can. No, wrong person, game. That was meant to go to Brozier. All right, let's go ultra attacking.
Well, nicely cut out.
We're throwing the kitchen sink at it, which means a formation change, which is never good to do when you're out of possession.
Can Chelsea pull out of the fire?
Oh, come on, just get the freaking ball back.
Slow, it's lacked penetration, and at times it's looked devoid of ideas. But can that change in the final few minutes here? The only
Come on, Casado. Not only do you have to make the interception, you've got to keep the ball.
Playing it through.
Oh, it's all over. It's going to be the same scoreline it is in real life. You have got to be taking the piss. Oh my goodness. I've crumbled quicker than a deck of cards. I went all in on the river and I lost a massive hand in a game of poker. Rome wasn't built in a day, but I guarantee you there wasn't this many building blocks that were failing
he really needs to
this early.
situations.
Oh, come on, game. Oh. I'm absolutely stunned. I cannot believe this.
Again, and a 2-0 advantage here.
I remember in FIFA 23, we had a pretty average season. And I remember saying on multiple occasions, this is too realistic and not to the desired intent when doing this series. And so far in FC 24, history is repeating itself. And yeah, I'm not happy.
Can someone get on the end of this? Well, the goalkeeper doing what he's found. Well, smuggled behind for another corner.
Oh!
He must struggle to get it away properly. Nicely timed tackle.
He's got no one to pass to, though. Come on.
Mudryk.
Just absolutely terrific in their defense today.
Chelsea take nothing at
And we were just
What did you
couldn't find a pass, couldn't get into any opportunities to shoot,
Too many key areas.
and
Need to refocus
selecting Cole Palmer
next time out.
in that cam position, he did not do anything.
know to
in this game. And that may have been a mistake, because when you're selecting players in game that are like 60 odd, 70 odd rated, it just, I don't know, the game just codes it to be rigged against you, I feel like. Cole Palmer definitely should not be that rated, that lowly rated in game. But I should have just gone with Nkunku from the start. Tried something different, didn't work, and we've been punished. And I don't know, it's just not, it just puts me in another shit mood. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, guys. It's shit. It really is shit when you lose. What I've learnt coming from this weekend's Premier League season is that Manchester United and Chelsea are two of the biggest teams in world football, and they grab all the headlines when they do well, when they do poorly, and both those teams are doing so very poorly. And Manchester United got their asses handed to them against Man City. Surprise, surprise. And question marks are asked of Erik ten Hag because he has no identity, he has no style of play, and he's been in the job for a decent amount of time. And Chelsea, we're still early days with Pochettino, but at least we have an identity and we can see what we're trying to do on the park. We keep possession, we keep the ball in that central area, and we try and push it forward as much as possible. We just aren't able to maintain it in the final third and get shots on goal consistently. And look, at the end of the day, I feel like Chelsea are a long-term project. We have the youngest squad in this Premier League season, and we just have to trust that Pochettino is going to come good. But the reason I made that comparison to Erik ten Hag's Manchester United is that he has been in situ for just over a year, and things look like they're getting worse. And I don't want to get into a position where I am sitting in the same spot that I was last season with Graham Potter, and I'm like, yes, it's a project for the long term. Trust in the process. Back Graham Potter. You gotta, give the man time. I don't have to be repeating all these same buzzwords and sentences with Mauricio Pochettino, because I think Pochettino is obviously a much better manager than Graham Potter. However, right from the start when he got employed, I had my doubts, because he has proven with his previous track record that yes, he's improved players and been able to get a good side turned into a great side, but he hasn't won much, and he hasn't proven to be an elite level manager. Can he be that one day in the position as Chelsea manager? Who knows? I certainly do hope so. I really, really do. But as of right now, when you're losing to the likes of Nottingham Forest and Brentford, and barely getting over the line against teams like Fulham, and not being able to secure results like Arsenal, it really does make it frustrating to be a Chelsea fan. And I'm sure all you guys who are Chelsea fans feel the same way. And I bring this episode to you in a very sad and miserable way. Unfortunately, not being able to win this game. I try and utilize this career mode series as a way to, bring along some of the joy that we hopefully have in real life. And when I'm bringing to you basically the same miserable results in game that we are getting in real life, it just fills me with immense disappointment. And I feel like I'm letting you guys down, but if you've made it to this stage of the video, it means you're enjoying this series in some capacity. And for that, I want to say thank you. So again, smash the like button, comment your thoughts, have notifications turned on, all the good YouTube stuff that the algorithm likes. And I'll catch you in the next episode, where in-game we will be versing Middlesbrough in the Carabao Cup. Hopefully we progress in a comfortable fashion against Blackburn Rovers before we go up against Tottenham, who are in amazing form under fellow Aussie Ange Postecoglou. Thanks so much for watching. Come on, you Blues.
Come to the shed.